Hello students, now we will study fourth poem of the literature book First Flight, How to Tell Wild Animals, that is by Caroline Wells. If you have your books, open in these books, note down the word meanings which I will tell you while reading the poem. And now this poet, Caroline Wells, she was born in 1862 and died in 1942. She was an American writer and a poet born in Rahway, New Jersey. She remembered largely for her popular mysteries, children's books, and humorous verse. Among the most famous of her mystery novels were the Fleming Stone's detective stories. Her books include a nonsense anthology. Now, this poem, How to Tell Wild Animals. First of all, let's understand the title of this poem. How to tell wild animals. Now, tell word actually giving two meanings. One is to talk about, tell is we talk about something to be told about, talk about. And the second meaning of this word is identify. So, in this poem, this word is how to identify wild animals. So, now the poet has explained the characteristics of various wild animals in a very funny way. She has used language in a way that it generates humor, that it's a funny poem. And it is really very educative one for the kids and how to learn about these animals in a very funny way. She is introducing the readers to various kinds of wild animals like Asian lion, Bengal tiger, bear, etc., explaining each of the animals in a very humorous way. So, now let's read the poem. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should you advance a large and tiny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know that it is the Asian lion. Now, this is first stanza is about the lion. Now, it is as we know, it is brownish. Tawny is actually brownish color, brownish beast. Okay, it is brownish yellow color, and roars is gives out loud sound. And dyin word it is given in the second last line, it is dying. So, if you go by chance to the jungles in the east and you find somebody advancing towards you, which is brownish yellow in color, and he is roaring at you, and you are dying, you feel like you are dying, then you certainly know that it is the Asian lion. So, now in this stanza, the poet says that this is an extreme situation to identify a lion. Otherwise, you can read about this lion in the books, but this is the extreme situation. The poet says that if the roar of the animal is so fearsome that you feel like you are dying, then you can be sure that you are near a lion. When you listen to the roaring of the lion, you must be sure that you are near to him and you are dying. You feel like you are dying. So this is the first stanza. Very simply it is given. Second one is or. If sometime when roaming around a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So now here the words are given. Second, it is in the first line, it is the word roaming. Roaming is wandering. And noble is showing fine qualities, very noble. It is beast is animal. And the stripes are long, narrow lines, bands. And discern is see. So now it is simply given that when you are roaming around and you find a noble, wild noble beast, wild animal that greets you, and it is black in black stripes on yellow ground. Yellow ground, it is metaphor also. Okay, and just notice if he eats you, and if he starts eating you, you can simply find that it is Bengal tiger, Royal Bengal tiger, to discern, to see. You can identify it. So in this stanza, the poet says that what to do if you see a wild animal with black stripes on a yellow body. If he starts eating you, then you can be sure that it is a tiger. But it is better not to wait to be a tiger's lunch to identify it. So it's very clearly given. Next one is, if strolling forth a beast you view whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know that it is a leopard. This will do no good to roar with pain. He will only lap and lap again. If strolling forth, now check the word meanings. Strolling. Strolling is wandering. Beast is again, I told you, animal whose hide with spots is peppered. Whose hide with spots means whose body is covered with spots, and it jumps at you and starts eating you. As soon as it has leapt means jump at you, it will start eating you. And what you will have understand, you will have to understand that it is the leopard. And there will be no use of shouting with pain because it will continuously eat you. Now the word meanings are clear. Lap is jump. In this stanza, the poet asks, what do you think if you happen to see an animal with spots which gives it a salt and pepper appearance? Wait until he leaps on you, because no matter how hard you cry, it will continue pouncing on you. So be careful and don't allow it to leap on you. So this is about the leopard. Next one, it is given, if when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. So now it is the fourth stanza. It is given yard. Yard word is what? It is courtyard. And hugs, we know very well, embraces, and caress is last word, that is loving touch. So now this stanza is about the identification of bear. That when you are walking around your yard, you meet a creature who hugs you very hard. It's a very good, like it hugs very hard, and be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubt, I guess he will give you just one more caress. He will kiss you on your cheeks, and he will put you hard, and he is also very harmful animal. In this stanza, the poet says that ears are thought to be good. Bears are thought to be good wrestler. It is the word bears. Actually, it is written wrong. Ears. It is bears are thought to be good wrestlers and can give a really tight hug. Although a friendly hug is referred to as bear hug, but if a real bear will hug you, then it may not feel friendly at all. He will just try to catch you. He will kill you. So it's not bear hug, but it will give you a hard hug that will really harm you. So next one, it is given, though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus. The crocodiles you always may tell from the hyenas thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Now, this is a differentiation between hyenas and crocodiles. So now this is given, distinguish is identified, novice, word is given novice in the second line, it is beginner, and nonplus is confused. Tell, again distinguish, hyenas, it is also beast of prey, and merry is happy. So hyenas and crocodiles. So what he says that it is very difficult to identify crocodiles and hyenas. But hyenas having a very happy smile on their face, while you can identify a crocodile when it catches its prey, it starts weeping. It's tears. You can see tears on its face. These are false tears, although, but these are that start weeping. Okay, so you can identify hyenas with a smile and crocodile with tears. And in this stanza, the poet describes that some animals are famous for their weird behavior, very strange behavior. For example, a laughing hyena's voice resembles a human's laughing sound. It just resembles human sound. A crocodile is said to shed tears while eating its prey. So don't wait for a hyena to laugh or for a crocodile to weep. So you can easily identify these two, and these two are also very dangerous animals. Okay. Next one, it is given, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He has not any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, this means the chameleon you see. Now the chameleon. Chameleon, now this one, chameleon is also a lizard-like animal. Lizard is again a reptile. So it is also difficult to identify these two animals, chameleon, and differentiate between the two. So, but chameleon is what? It changes, it has the quality to change colors. Okay. गिरगिट जिसको बोलते हैं गिरगिट की तरह रंग बदलती है गिरगिट होती है कैमिलोन सो दैट चेंजेस कलर्स एंड इट अडॉप्ट टू द surroundings. That's why it just hides itself from the hunters. So he has not any ears at all and not a single wing. So chameleon is also having no ears, not a single wing. But if there is nothing on the tree, that means there is chameleon you can see. So it has the quality of chameleon or garden lizard is an expert at camouflage. Camouflage, I told you, it can hide itself. It can adapt itself to the surrounding, change colors accordingly. If you are unable to see a thing on tree, then chances are chameleon is sitting there. As it changes color as per its surroundings, it is difficult to see. This capacity of camouflage helps the lizard from living it from hunter. Help the lizard from giving it to from hunter. Now this is all about this poem. The next one, it is given the central idea of the poem. The poem How to Tell Wild Animals by Caroline Wells revolves around the dangerous ways to identify the wild animals. The poet tries to distinguish one animal from the other in a humorous way. The poet suggests that it's very risky to be in such a close proximity to these wild beasts. It is really very dangerous, very risky if you are close to these animals. The poem is thus very educative as it tells us about various features of wild animals. So this is all about the poem. Thank you.